Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Mandy and today is not a grocery haul. So I am doing a budget friendly week this week. I am shopping from my pantry and my freezer to make almost all of my meals. I did run to the store because I needed some non-food items. I needed some toilet paper and there was something else I needed. But while I was there, I did get some, excuse me, some Great Value sausage patties. And man, those are really expensive. And I got 2 zucchinis and a yellow squash. And I think there was something else. But before I show you what we ate this week using what we already have, I'm going to give you a quick tour of the fridge and freezer, and I kind of go over like the couple things that I bought for the week, and then everything else is stuff that I already had. So if you are interested in seeing what we ate this week without really going to the grocery store, stay tuned. We just needed to cut back on our grocery bill this week, so this is what we're doing to save some money. I hope you guys enjoy. Please give me a thumbs up. All right, let's get into it. All right, I started off the week with some meal prep. This is just going to be for my lunches for work this week. I just took a zucchini and some orange bell pepper and some broccoli and onion and sauteed it all up together. I put it in these bowls and decided it didn't have enough flavor, so I added some soy sauce, and I'm going to grill this chicken to go on top. Now, I'm going to give you a quick look at the fridge because we just still have a lot of stuff in here, a lot of options. I've got this banana bread I pulled out of the freezer. We've got some yogurts left and some fruit cups. I pulled these bagels and English muffins out of the garage fridge, and this is the last of our eggs that we got at the end of March, so we can use those. I have some cream cheese. We've got all kinds of pickles. There's whole pickles for snacking and slices, leftover salad. I've got, Caitlin makes this like grape Kool-Aid. I've got plenty of coffee. I've got this Simply pineapple juice. I have 2 half-gallons of milk, which will be plenty. We haven't even opened that Simply pineapple. I've got lettuce, cabbage, carrots, which will last a while. This is the zucchini and squash I picked up at the store. I have some onion and some leftover bell peppers. And this is the cheese drawer, and I have no shortage of cheese going on here. This drawer is pretty full. We have these Polish sausages and hot dogs we're gonna make tonight, actually. I've got some Parmesan cheese, lunch meat. I've got this great big block of Colby Jack cheese. Back there's still some bologna. I've got shredded cheese. Caitlin actually asked for that bologna and it keeps getting lost. I've got 2 rolls of these crescent rolls. We could use those for something. There's hash browns in there. Lots and lots of stuff. And in the door, I still have butter. We have some American cheese singles, and then just all the condiments. No shortage on condiments either. And in the freezer, chicken breasts, chicken thighs. I bought these sausage patties. I've got my bread that I like to use, hash browns, lots of chicken thighs, more chicken thighs. Plenty of chicken in there, at least for a week. We could have chicken for a week straight and be fine. For lunches, the kids have, I think there's 1 chicken patty left in this bag. There's like 1 chicken strip left in this bag. They're not really gravitating towards those things because our air fryer died. So we've got cheesecake left over from Easter and some buns, hot dogs. I didn't even know these pretzels were in here. I don't think the kids did either. They would have gotten eaten. green onions from my garden, pot stickers, fish sticks, meatballs, burritos, a little bit of French fries. So definitely lots of like quick lunch options for the kids. They know they can open up the freezer and look in that general area, and that's where most of the lunch stuff is. I have stocked up on the ice cream. Those yellow packages are some Bluebell ice creams I got on clearance when I went into the store this weekend. Tons and tons of bacon. I am so happy to have all this bacon. I've got lots of butter, some frozen fruit, some frozen yogurt. I think there's a waffle in there. And I think that's more French fries down there. Somewhere under here, I think I have some hash brown patties. Yep, hiding under there. Again, we usually air fry those, so I don't know. And now for dinner, I took out this little bit of ground beef. Please don't mind my dishes right there. So Clayton could make some chili. We're gonna have some chili dogs with leftover buns. Those were green onions from my garden, and I have this pineapple I need to cut up. In the pantry, I have some potatoes, tortillas, lots of condiments and canned things, pasta sauce, baked beans. I have these mini raviolis someone could have for lunch if they wanted. Popcorn. I did pick up those cookies this weekend. I have some meat sticks, just random snacks, ramen. This is like the bulk shelf, and I have lots of pasta, lots of cereal, more pasta. Definitely have plenty of food in the pantry. I even have a couple of boxes of crackers up here for snacking. And in the garage, we've got plenty of sodas and Powerades and my zero sugar sodas. And then this is the garage freezer. I have these Outshine bars I got on sale. We've got sausage, waffles, ground beef. I have a chuck roast, more sausage, pork roast. This is a pork roast. 2 containers of Cool Whip. I have very little frozen vegetables, but there is some peas and carrots. I have these lava cakes and brats, lots of shredded cheese, tri-tip, pizzas, that's another lunch option, ribs, more lava cakes, 1 quick wheels and cheese for Caitlin, some Parmesan cheese, there's ground beef back there, I didn't know it was back there actually, and a pie crust right there, so lots of stuff. And in the fridge, I have another pineapple. I have plenty of creamer. I've got an orange juice still we didn't use on Easter. Plenty of coffee. Here's a couple more Cokes. This is just the kids and Clayton have an occasional Coke, usually not quite every day, but pretty often. I got cheese and more croissants in the fridge as well. And then this is my overflow pantry in my bedroom. I have lots of dry goods in here. I've got rice and ramen and flour, lots of canned things. I've home canned extra mayonnaise, mac and cheese. I've got these potatoes. Those are like brownie and cake mixes, hash browns, cereal. I have these chili cheese Fritos. I have some canned chili that Caitlin likes to eat sometimes for lunch. I've got granola bars, pancake mix, leftover candy canes from Christmas, and back there are some Easter cakes hiding that we haven't used yet. So lots and lots of food. I also cut up the pineapple. And this is just some homemade chili Clayton made to put on our hot dogs. He actually wrapped the hot dogs in bacon and grilled them, and then we put chili on them. So delicious. Now, for breakfast, for at least 2 days, I sauteed some peppers and onions, and I added a sausage patty to it. So this is Monday. I went ahead and fried 2 eggs and put on top of it to take with me. And then on Tuesday, I will just fry the eggs before I leave and add them to the top. I'm trying to eat a lot of protein for breakfast, and this is delicious. Now, This was dinner on Monday. We had sweet and sour chicken. This was the only meal that I planned because I find that when you're shopping your freezer and pantry, you're kind of just trying to use things up, and I don't really like to meal plan quite as much. I don't know. Honestly, I really just didn't feel like meal planning this week, so I just went ahead and pulled stuff out in the morning and kind of decided what I was gonna make. So I coated the chicken in cornstarch and fried it, and then I made my own sweet and sour sauce and added bell pepper and onion and pineapple. This is She's in Her Aprons recipe. I will try to remember to link it below. We just served it with some white rice. And for myself, I just served it with some yellow squash, just trying to eat a little bit lighter. So it was so good, and it was really good cold the next day too. Now on Tuesday night, we had kind of like an upside down shepherd's pie. I'm really low on vegetables, so I pulled out this great big can of green beans out of my overflow pantry. I browned up some ground beef. I added in some onion and some garlic, and then I just browned it up really well. I like to get a good like crispy crust on the ground beef. And then I added in some peas and carrots, seasoned it with pepper, onion, garlic, and then I made the gravy with the brown gravy. I just add in the water, and then I add in the brown gravy, however much it calls for, but usually I do it a little bit short. I don't add quite as much as this calls for. I think I used about 3 cups of water and like 7 tablespoons of the brown gravy mix. You can also use a packet. We use this pretty often, especially in the wintertime, and having the great big container is really convenient, and it's a really good deal at Sam's Club. So I just whisked this all together, and I ended up letting it simmer for about 15 minutes just so the ground beef could get a little bit more tender. And then I'm going to add in probably like a cup and a half of the green beans. And this is what it looks like. It is really good. It's a very comforting meal. I really enjoyed it. So I tasted at this point, and I actually did add some beef bouillon to it just to give it a little extra flavor. I made a roll of crescent rolls for everybody. And then I took the rest of these green beans and I put a container in the fridge to have as sides, and I am going to try to freeze the rest of them. I put them in a little water, so I don't know. I thought they'd freeze better. And this ground beef that I have left over is going to be for dinner on Wednesday. So I'm just going to pop it in the fridge and we'll see what I make with that. Here are the crescent rolls and I don't know what you want to call this, like ground beef stew maybe. And then I made some garlic mashed potatoes in the Instant Pot. So good. All right, and on this night, I made some taco meat. This is actually Clayton's recipe. It is really good. I made my own taco seasoning and put a bay leaf in there with some beef broth. So good. And I also made my own puffy taco dough. I just separate it into little balls and roll it out. I think this is like a, I don't know, 8-inch circle. You don't want it to be like really thin, but you also don't want it to be too thick because then it won't cook right. So I'm gonna fry them in this little bit of peanut oil, and this is what they turn out like. So good. We had lettuce and sour cream and cheese. I actually ran to the store to get the sour cream on this day, but these are so good. My whole family loves them. All right, and the last dinner I have for you, I went in the garden and picked some fresh lettuce for a salad. And then Clayton and I made chicken enchiladas with rice and some more green beans. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.